We'll call the council meeting to order, Dan, and Mr. Stock would lead us in the pledge and prayer.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, thank you for getting us here safe tonight. Help us make the best decision for the citizens of Boonville. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Roll call.
Stock,
Here.
Young,
Here.
Meadows. Here. Robertson,
Here.
Hurt, Carter,
Here.
Venable,
Here.
Turner.
Any citizens' comments? If you would come to the podium. Seeing none, we'll move on. Approval of the minutes from last December 7th meeting. Any additional corrections or anything? See none, we don't have no consent items, presentation of counts.
Ordinance appropriating money. Be it ordained by the council of the city of Boonville as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of paying salaries and various accounts against the city of Boonville, which have been allowed by the council at the regular meeting thereof on December the 21st, 2020, the sum of $365,112.14. General Fund, $228,304.43. Sanitation, $8,562.05. CIP tax, $13,141.74. Waterworks, $48,030.54. Capital projects, $0.00. Wastewater, $40,156.43. Tourism, $3,714.61. Gaming, $21,776.00. Parks and Water, $873.74. Kemper sales tax, $0.00. Economic Development Projects, $552.60. Section 2. The accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks on the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above, amounting to $365,112.14, being the total amount of money above appropriated. Section 3. This ordinance shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage. First reading on December 21st, 2020. Read for the second time this December 21st, 2020, since a copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Second reading, title only.
Ordinance appropriating money.
Mayor, make a motion to be approved.
Mike.
I just want to point out to you guys real quick, you'll notice there's now another fund down there at the bottom called the Economic Development Projects. After consulting with Gertie, Corning, and Chitwood with the TIF project, so remember the Thurmans are reimbursing or paying us on paying all of our expenses. So that Economic Development Projects represents that fund now. They gave us the $10,000 after we did the pre-funding agreement the last meeting.
Any more questions? Roll call.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows. Yes. Robertson,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is resolution R 2020-12. Go ahead.
Supporting the issuance of a mask advisory for the city of Boonville. A resolution of the city of Boonville, Missouri, supporting the issuance of a mask advisory within the city of Boonville, Missouri, and calling for proactive measures to protect the public health, safety, and welfare of its citizens. Whereas the city of Boonville has been closely monitoring the ongoing increase in positive COVID-19 cases in Cooper County, and whereas, along with increasing numbers of citizens in quarantine due to close contact exposures, and whereas, as of December the 16th, 2020, there has been a total of 1,389 cases, 81 active cases in Cooper County, and 130 hospitalizations in central Missouri, taxing hospital capacity and impacting regular operations. And whereas COVID-19 spreads mainly among people who are in close contact with one another within 6 feet. And whereas the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, guidance has shown that wearing a mask can greatly reduce the risk of infection from COVID-19 if residents follow proper mask protocol and wear a mask when social distancing is not possible. And whereas since August the 24th, all city staff have been required to wear a mask when interacting with the public or co-workers when multiple staff are in a car together or whenever social distancing is not possible. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri as follows. Section 1, that due to COVID-19, an emergency exists within the City of Boonville, Missouri. This emergency continues to have an increasing impact on our community and the ability of the city government to provide needed services to its citizens. Section 2, that the City Council finds extraordinary proactive measures by the City Administrator and Cooper County Public Health Department are necessary to prevent health or injury of persons and to protect the public peace, safety, and welfare and alleviate damage, loss, hardship, or suffering. Section 3, therefore, effective immediately, the City of Boonville is issuing a mask advisory. As such, there are no enforcement provisions associated with this resolution. This is not a mask mandate, but all citizens of Boonville are strongly encouraged to wear a mask in public places, especially indoors when social distancing cannot be maintained. CDC recommends staying 6 feet or more away from others when in public to reduce the possibility of spreading the virus, and remembering to wash your hands with soap and water as often as you feel necessary. Section 4, effective immediately, all visitors to City Hall and other city facilities are required to wear a mask and maintain social distancing. Section 5, if a person with a health condition or disability is not able to wear a mask, local government and private businesses must consider reasonable modifications so that the person with the health condition or disability can participate in or benefit from the programs offered or goods and services that are provided. Passed this 21st day of December 2020 by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri.
Do I have a motion on this? Susan?
I move that we approve this resolution.
I'll second it. Any questions or?
I got a question. So is a city hall and other city facilities, would that include this facility?
It would.
So as soon as if we vote yes and approve this, we need to put our mask on? Okay,
As written currently.
I'm sorry.
As it is written, yeah.
Okay.
Mike?
And this is just an advisory, correct? This is not a,
Correct. It's not mandated. It's just asking the people if they would.
But for city hall and city facilities,
city
it
facilities,
is.
yes.
So you're,
I will just make a comment that most of the businesses I've talked to, as long as it's not mandated, they're in favor of it. But if it was mandated, they'd be against it.
so how do
Yes,
they,
sir.
how do they feel like individual retail outlets like Walmart? I wear one at Walmart. I wear one when you do business uptown most of the time.
What do you mean, how they feel?
Are they okay with it?
Well,
Well, I
this
guess
is
they'll
not-
require it if they want to.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's only required if, I'm gonna use you as an example, if you wanna wear one.
Okay.
It's not saying, Steve, you got to wear one in order to go in or be out in the public.
Right.
It just kinda gives, the merchants, if they want to, something to say, and the city has requested it.
Yes.
But anyway, all the merchants I've talked to downtown don't have a problem with it. Any other questions? Comments?
I only comment, I think there are just as, I don't know this, but my guess would be there are as many people who want to go into the stores and see others wearing masks as people who don't want to wear a mask. I've had a couple of people after our last meeting call and thank me for speaking up about it. And I think a lot of people just don't want to challenge the issue. And so to know that the city is behind encouraging people to wear masks, I think that's just a positive, proactive thing. We're not out of this yet. We're seeing the light coming at the end of the tunnel, but I don't think it's a big ask. That's almost a slogan. It's not a big ask to wear a mask, so anyway.
Well, most of the merchants, that, in a meeting I was with them, said that most of them's got the sign on the door, wear a mask, and they said it's amazing how many people will get to their door and don't have a mask on, will turn back and go back and get the mask before they come in.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
So, let's have a roll call.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes,
Venable,
No.
I guess we've got some more.
thank you. Okay, under new business, consider resolution 2020-13.
authorization of execution of agreement with WM Financial Services. A resolution of the City of Boonville, Missouri, authorizing and approving terms of engagement by and between WM Financial Services and the City of Boonville, Missouri, pertaining to financial services to be provided and providing an effective date therefore. Whereas the city requires financial assistance to determine the feasibility of a housing project located near Highway 87, in which the city is considering using development incentives in the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri as follows. Section 1, that a certain agreement between WM Financial Services and the City of Boonville, Missouri relating to financial advisory agreement, a copy of which is marked Exhibit A, is attached hereto and made a part hereof, is hereby approved. Section 2, that the mayor and the city clerk are hereby authorized to execute and attest said agreement on behalf of the City of Boonville, Missouri. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage and approval past this 21st day of December 2020 by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri.
Do I have a motion for Susan?
I move that we approve this resolution.
Have a second? I'll second it.
So this is just the last piece of the team that we're compiling for our TIF consideration on the city side. So we've hired Tony St. Romain a couple meetings ago, and then we've hired Mark Grimm and Gilmore and Bell as the legal, and then this is sort of the financial piece. And again, just as a reminder that the funds that have come from the Thurman development are sort of paying for these services, so it's not costing the city.
Has anybody got any questions for?
And I should also just say, you guys, we've worked with Joy extensively. For most of you, you've probably seen her at a meeting, although she hasn't been here since COVID, but she does all of the financial services for the city, so.
Any questions? Roll call.
Stock,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Venable,
No.
Okay, reports to standing committees. Planning and zoning,
Meeting was canceled due to lack of agenda.
police board, I think it was canceled. Street and alley, Steve.
Cancel.
Fire board, it was canceled. Reports to city officials, city administrator.
Okay, so, first thing, we had the conversation of business interruption insurance, and as a reminder, the premium cost was just right about $55,000. And I wanted your guys' opinion as to whether or not we wanted to purchase this for this year. You guys had some questions about what it covers. So Austin and I went back and forth, and on page 22 is the verbiage he gave me, and I kind of pushed back and forth, but this is about what I have. So I guess I'm still looking for some direction from council. As a reminder, 2 years ago, it was 19,000. Then we went up to 54, and we thought we should do it. And this was part of my cuts to mitigate the closure of the casino during COVID. For this year, we could always go back and put it out for bid if we wanted to do it again. But if you really want us to carry it, then we'll figure out a way.
Anybody got an opinion?
I don't think we should carry it.
Just a question, if we don't carry it, and then we want to do it at a later time, are there costs or increases? I mean, clearly there may be increases, but are there additional costs that we'd be paying because we dropped out?
No, we would just go back with either not who serves as kind of a broker for us and ask for bids again.
Okay.
Anybody else got any questions? Looks like the majority says no.
No, okay. Or two. 2 of 6.
You got something else?
Yeah, okay, so, sorry, so then on page 23,
Did you need a vote on it?
I mean, if you guys are, I'm fine with just the general consensus of no, I just didn't want to
Well, I
make,
mean, I'm no.
okay,
Yeah.
no. Steve?
It doesn't matter.
All right. On page 23, several meetings ago, we talked about putting our vacant lots for sale. So after working with Doug and with Paula and Steve, we got all of our stuff out. This has gone out in the paper. I just went ahead and included the whole bid packet so you can see what it looks like. My intention is that I will bring the bids to you guys at the second meeting in January for your approval. You guys will have the final say, so we're not obligated to take anything. I did put some minimums on the lots, primarily because we have either torn down a house or done something else, and so we have some money into it, and we would obviously forgo all of those liens if we purchase them. So I'm just giving that for your guys' information so you can see what's out in the paper, and if you know anyone who's interested, you can share with them. And then the last thing, I just wanted to make an announcement on page 48. So we had increasing COVID cases at the Public Works building. So we closed them on last Thursday. They're closed through Christmas. They'll open up December 28th. And if you have to pay your water bill, you can come to City Hall. We're doing our best to take care of it, but we can only take cash or check. And just call us between 8:30 and 5 if there's any issues like sewer or water backup or a broken main, those sort of things. Call City Hall, and then we dispatch out from there. And if it's after hours, call the police, and they know to contact the Public Works Director who's coordinating. So thank you to the police, and thank you to all the staff at City Hall that are stepping up, because we made this decision quickly, but it needed to be done, and it's caused a lot of more work on our parts than we probably thought. So I'm very appreciative for everyone stepping up.
Does anybody got any questions for Kate? City Clerk?
I do have one thing this evening. I have a filing update. As of today's date, there have been no filings for the April 6, 2020 municipal election. The upcoming election is for the 4 council seats located on the north side of the chambers, which is to my right, which consists of usually Mike Stock, Albert Turner, Whitney Venable, and Morris Carter, and also for the office of city attorney, all of which are for 2-year terms. The filing period for the election will close on January the 19th, 2020 at 5 p.m. Interested party will complete a declaration of candidacy, pay a $25 filing fee with the city clerk at City Hall located at 401 Main Street in Boonville. The candidate will have to affirm that state income taxes, personal property taxes, municipal taxes, and property taxes have all been paid. And that is all I have this evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
We got anything under miscellaneous?
I have just a
Susan.
question. I think Albert was contacted too by a citizen in Ward 2, asking for more information about this TIF and the housing development. And essentially, Albert replied, and I echoed that there would be public meetings. Will those, the ones I see are starting in March, are those the earliest public meetings?
Yeah, so there's like there's kind of like a long lead up to the public meetings, because there's just a lot of work on the staff part and on the developers, and kind of, they've submitted an application today, but then the city has to issue an RFP. So there's just this whole kind of dance that we do all the way until we get there, but the public hearings, there's a required amount of time to notice, and I think it's 30 days? 45 days, so there'll be a long lead up, and of course, depending on when we are and the conditions, we'll probably have to try to make some accommodations for written comments, emailed comments, those sort of things, assuming that we're still in this sort of environment. So, and there will also be opportunity through planning and zoning, when it's running through the planning and zoning, and then again, the annexation. So there will be a lot of opportunity. I think it just will come when there's a more definitive plan
Right.
that we know of.
Okay,
And we're not there yet, that's right.
yeah, and Albert did say, yes, there will be public hearings, but I just wanted to be sure I was looking
Yep.
at this
And,
correctly.
and that's kind of like we're working for that schedule, but it's not probably it's subject to change and shift, but that's what we're working towards.
And just one last question, will there be any sort of fact sheet or something that the public can have access to?
Yeah, I think once we can start seeing what the project looks like and what the incentives would look like and all the things that are being contemplated, then I think there would certainly be some information that we'll provide out.
Great. Okay.
Anybody got anything else? Motion to adjourn. Oh, Mr. Young?
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Mike Stock, second. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I thought you were gonna get in there.
Merry
I
Christmas.
thought you were gonna get in there, man.